following is a presentation of GRS TV.
A district championship hangs in the balance tonight here from Homer B. Johnson Stadium in Garland. Welcome to our final regular season edition of GISD football here on GRS TV. Hi again, everybody. Scott Powell and Bobby George. Boy, this is the game we've waited for all year. First place, Saxy, all alone in first place at 6-0 in district play, 6-3 on the season. Rowlett all alone in second place at 5-1 and 7-1. Saxy wins. They are the three-time undefeated district champions in a row, 3 years in a row. If Rowlett wins, it'll be a co-district championship between the two teams. Bobby, this game has everything you want, including on paper. It's a great matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. And in fact, the stands are full. The weather's perfect. The wind is down. You can throw the ball tonight. You're going to be able to run the ball tonight. And, man, as far as the game goes, their stats are almost identical. So it's going to be a great matchup.
Saxy takes the opening kickoff. Rowlett won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Saxy takes the football first. Torrey Washington on the kick return. Some of those other numbers, Bobby, the matchups?
Yeah, Saxy, points per game, 34, and Rowlett, 37. Again, super close. Points allowed, 17 versus 19. Again, super close. That means their defense is really good. Their offense is really good. And both teams allow about the same amount of yards per game as well on defense, 238 to 272, and they both put up a ton of yards, 344 and 362 for Rowlett.
Derek Rose starts at quarterback. The converted wide receiver hands on the end around to Miles Nash, and he gets across the 30, a short gain of about 4 to the 32-yard line. Saxy going right to left, and they're white tops, white bottoms with orange numbers and white and orange helmets. They are the visitor. Rowlett in their white pants, gray jerseys with reddish maroon, it's more maroon than anything, tops, and white helmets tonight.
Yeah, beautiful jerseys.
Here's another handoff, gonna off of the left tackle, cutting it over tackle is let's see, that's KJ Williams, number 21, out to the 37. So two good runs on first and second down, leave a 3rd and 1 from Saxy.
Well, that's what you want. You want to be able to establish the run game. First they went to the right, now they go to the left. You know, use both sides of the field and set up 3rd down and short.
If they don't get it, they'll have to punt it away on their first possession here. Glad you're with us. Just underway. The crowd still coming in. This will be our biggest crowd of the year tonight here at Homer B. Johnson. Rose just going to keep it. Got the first down and a lot more as he's across the 45 to the 46-yard line as they block that sweep right very well.
Derek Rose finally just takes it himself. Again, he's a converted receiver having to take over the quarterback position. They've had a lot of trouble keeping their quarterbacks healthy. He has stepped in and done a marvelous job, and I guess he puts a really, really nice wrinkle to their offense by able to run. Quick
out pass is caught by Dean, but he is down immediately as they covered that one well. And on the tackle, you're going to hear this name a lot. Demondrick Wade is their top tackler. He came over and made that one. He's got 67 on the year. 9.5 average per game tackles. And that went for a gain of, actually a loss of 3 back to the 43.
Now, you know, Rowlett has a lot of speed, and the whole district knows how fast they are. So you're going to have to make the first guy miss, and then you got to hope that you can outrun somebody to the edges.
Rose will hand this off. Nash cuts it back to the right. He's got a huge opening into Rowlett territory. He may go the distance. It's a foot race, and he's going to be tripped up and falls inside the 10-yard line. Huge gainer for Miles Nash. Great job of working his way against the grain across the field.
Yeah, just as we said, if you make that first guy miss, you've got some room to run. And, boy, he's quick as well.
He's so good laterally.
Yeah, and Adams is there to be it right there to be able to trip him up. But what a big play.
Gain of 50 yards for Miles Nash. Handoff right up the middle is going to be short of the goal line to the 5. And actually, that was Derek Rose on the quarterback keeper. They're going to give him the 4-yard line on first down.
They do a great job. They fake the handoff and then use the running back as a lead blocker.
They went quickly. Now they're going to take some time, get the play from the sideline here on 2nd and goal. This is the opening possession, and Saxy marching. This started back at their 28-yard line. trying to go 72 yards here on the opening possession. Taking a lot of time here. We're down to 10 on the play clock, and they're still looking at the sideline. Here we go. That is Nash, the lone back to the left of Rose. 2 receivers to the short side right. Nash gets the hand. He is stacked up after a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal at about the 1-yard line. That time he didn't have a chance to get to the outside.
Now Xavier Gale right there on your screen comes up from that linebacker spot and really puts a stop on him. See him fill that gap. It looked like he was open, and it just he stands him up, makes him make a move, and by the time that happens, there's another swarm of gray jerseys.
Gale also averaging 9.5 tackles a game. Handoff, middle, touchdown, Saxy, as they scratch first here in the opening quarter.
Well, I love how they do it. They didn't line up in a shotgun position. You know, they get right up under center. They know they got a 1 yard to go. They get up under center, take it, and then get a big push from the running backs and push him on into the end zone. We never see that. Usually they'll be 1 yard or 1 inch to go. They'll snap it into a shotgun position, and then you got 5 or 6 yards to carry to get into the end zone. Not this time, though.
Extra point attempt coming. Chase Franks, the right-footed kicker. Chase Cromer, the holder. Good snap, good hold, kick right down the middle. Timeout on the field. 8:20 left in our first quarter. Saxy goes 72 yards with the opening possession, and they lead Rowlett 7-0. Battle for the district championship here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
Very impressive drive capped by that man right there, number 7, Derek Rose, with a 1-yard run. 72-yard, 7 plays. 6 of those were runs. The only pass went for a -3 yards. 6 runs, 3 minutes and 33 seconds off the clock. Saxy leads at 7-0.
It helps when you get Miles Nash popping out to the outside and running for 51 yards down to the 10-yard line. That really sets up for a great offensive drive.
Short kickoff caught at the 16. Pretty good return. A couple of broken tackles, and Rowlett's going to have pretty good field position out across the 35. Antonio Hull on the kick return. They'll mark it at the 37 for Rowlett. The quarterback, Chase Tupal, 1,678 yards. That's 16 a completion. He's got 20 touchdown passes, only 7 interceptions on the year.
Yeah, 52% completion rate. I mean,
he's
gotten better and better and better as the season has went along. You know, he struggled at first at the beginning of the season, played some really tough teams, but as it's went along, he's gotten a lot better.
Hull and Evans have combined for 1,345 yards receiving on 72 receptions and 17 touchdowns. One has 9, the other has 8 touchdowns. They're 2 terrific weapons. Here's a quick pass out to Hull, who catches it and is tackled immediately, but not before he gets a quick 7 on first down, make it 8 to the 45.
Yeah, no read there. It's just a straight 8-yard comeback route, and the ball was delivered perfect. Before he ever turned around, the ball was out of his hands. Tupal tossed it before he turned around.
Watch for those cushions. They're a good cushion there, as he had plenty of room to operate. Saxy with a speed disadvantage. They may have to play off of these receivers tonight to keep them in front. That's something to look for. Also, Saxy needs a pass rush to be effective defensively against Tupal. Right now they got a 4-man front and 3 linebackers. Tupal in the shotgun will fire it out. The left flat is caught by Evans, who has a first down across midfield, and he is tackled from behind, but not before he got the first down at the 47 of Saxy.
Yeah, Jerry Evans just turns around and the ball comes out of Tupal's hands so fast. Watch how fast. Boom, catch it. Don't even put your hands on the thread of the football. And then he gets two guys lead blocking for him, and they're lining out with the trips on that side. So he just steps back, lets those two guys block for him, picks up the first down.
Well, we've already seen Hull and Evans on the first two plays. Their top two receivers. They're highly ranked in the Metroplex. Tupal this time steps up in the pocket, throws a short one over the middle that's too tall for the intended receiver, Evans. He was also well covered by Matthew Carter, number 8.
Tupal had a chance to take off running, probably would have got a first down there. Everything opened up. He steps up into the pocket. There's nobody in front of him. Watch how it opens up. Gets great blocking here. There's just nobody there. He could have taken off, decides to pull up and throw it. Incomplete pass.
Good job, as you said, of stepping up because Saxy was blitzing. They brought linebacker Bryce Robinson over left guard, but they picked him up well. 2nd and 10, 2 receivers each way from the left hash. Going to hand on a delay, and that's a very slow developing play, and it doesn't get much up the middle as Bryce Robinson made the tackle from behind, and we've got a Rowlett offensive lineman a little bit gimpy. Chauncey Amos was the ball carrier for a loss of 1.
I think they were coming with a full-on blitz, and he just ran straight into the run.
So they're back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 11 at the 47. Probably 4-down territory in Saxy territory. No guarantee here. Tupal's got a little time to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and go. Gets a block and could not get away from the first hit, which came from Tim Cherry, and that's going to leave him short of the first down. Let's see if they go here on 4th.
Probably a right decision. There didn't look like there was a whole lot of people open. The offensive line's doing a great job, giving him a lot of time.
They're going to go on 4th and 4, it appears. They need the Saxy 37 for their opening possession. Trailing Saxy 7-0. Here go the Eagles. Tupal and shotgun. Amos to his left. Now they're going to look to the sideline. They've still got 12 on the play clock. 2 receivers right, or 3 receivers to the right, and that's the strong side of the wide side of the field. So they do have 1 receiver out to the left. And Tupal's going to go down he punted it, excuse me. Yeah, the quick kick. Nobody back for Saxy, and this is going to roll dead at the 10-yard line for a 31-yard punt. I like the call.
Yeah, perfect job right there. Again, it looks like they're going for it, so they're not sending anybody back deep to stop the punt. They're all in a defensive mode, and then all of a sudden he just steps back and little pooch punt. Boy, it turned out nice, right inside the 10-yard line.
Let's see what Saxy can do on their second possession. They went 72 yards in 7 plays on their first possession, 6 of them runs. The only pass was for a -3, so they came out running the ball well. Derek Rose back in their quarterback has 2 receivers left and 1 right. And the lone back to his left is Miles Nash. Now they're a little backed up this time. Let's see what they do from the 10-yard line.
Oh, got them jumping right there. Now the defense caused it. They all jumped sideways, and when they did that, it made the lineman move.
From the 10, that's a big penalty because it's now going to be at the 5-yard line, closer to the goal line for the Mustangs.
Now you got to line up on defense right here as just stopping the run. Don't let them run out of here because that's what they're going to try to do.
Rose looks over a 4-man defensive front in shotgun. Going to fake the handoff, roll a little bit to his left, then fire back across to the right. It's caught by Cameron Cromer. Nice reaching catch.
Wow.
He's out to the 17-yard line for a gain of 12, but they're still short of the first down because of the penalty.
That is a gutsy call.
Yes.
Cameron Miles following him all the way across the field. I mean, look at him going, but he throws that all the way across, and if Miles doesn't chase him, he's got a lot of running room out there. But
that's a tough 12-yard completion,
man,
isn't it?
That's dangerous too.
2nd down from the 17. Another whistle. Looks like another false start against Saxy.
False start. Offense.
Just moving a little too quickly here. 2 5-yard penalties now they're going to have to try and overcome here.
Well, you know, they're down in between both student sections right here. The student section starts on about the 15-yard line on both sides. So you got that side and Saxy side student section and band.
I could tell in the pregame this was a different night, Bobby. The student section was already big for Saxy. When they came out for warm-ups, they were over there hooting and hollering. I've never seen the students get here that early before. Rose on the quarterback keeper. He's going to be close to the first down. The mark's going to be everything. About the 20. That's about the point he needed for the first down.
Boy, he got slammed down pretty hard too, man. That was just looked like a steer wrestling contest.
Remember, he hurt his shoulder not too long ago.
Yeah, you could tell he's kind of trying to catch his breath on that one.
His arm was in a sling the last Saxy game I saw, Bobby. Remember when he went out with an injury? But he looks okay tonight. got the hand warmers in front of him there on a cold night, but a great night for football. I'm sure the players are loving this with just a light wind out of the north. Nash takes the handoff on the sweep right. He just runs out of real estate to the short side of the field, gets a short gain to about the 23.
Yeah, they do a good job, Rowlett does, of stringing the play out. They don't want him to get and break him loose and running another 51-yarder. So they probably talked about it. Hey, get outside. Do not let him get outside of you. And, boy, you can tell they were ready for him that time.
Pushed out by DeModrick Wade. Again, one of those top 2 tacklers for Rowlett. He's already got a couple tonight. 2nd down and 8 from the 22. Rose with Nash in the back to the lefty. Now he's going to just tuck it and go, kind of a quarterback draw. And he breaks it to the outside with that speed. That's the advantage of Derrick Rose at quarterback. Very elusive. He gets it out to the 36, and that's a 13-yard gain and another Saxy first down.
Yeah, the defense was there. DeModrick Wade had him sized up, but he just flat out runs him to the edge. You can see it here. Watch, he gets up. DeModrick Wade comes up. He gets him right here. He's got him. Nope, nope. You don't have him because he's so fast. He just gets outside.
Clock stopped at 3:49 here first quarter. Saxy with a 7-0 lead. They're driving. They've started back at their 10, so they're out of that hole, and now they're at the 35, or their own 35, I should say. KJ Williams gets a handoff, evades a rush, gets to the outside, but he'll be tripped up for very little gain, and that play just never had a chance from the get-go. It looked like Rowlett was in their playbook. He was tripped up by Lance Canyon, number 21. 21 on 21 there. And a gain of just 1.
Boy, he gets a big block right there. And, you know, in the pros, they don't allow that. High school, they still do.
Some of the Rowlett cheerleaders, again, Rowlett, the home team tonight.
Yeah, they're getting to finally wear their high school jackets.
I don't know what the problem is. The weather's great up here in this enclosed press box. 2nd down and 9. I don't know why everybody's so cold. Rose on the keeper. That's just an old broadcasting joke. DeModrick Wade chases him down. Wade all over the field here in the early go. It's a gain of just 1. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and long here for Saxy. Good 1st and 2nd down D from Rowlett.
Yeah, if they can control the quarterback, Derrick Rose, you know, they've got something, but he's been able to spring and get those first downs for them when they've been stopping the run. But boy, you got to contain him as well. It makes it pretty tough, especially when he drops back and acts like he's going to throw it. It gets everybody dropping deep, and then he takes off running. 3
receivers right, 2 left, empty shotgun, and Rose scrambles out of one tackler's way, but drops it off on the little shovel to Williams, and Williams dropped the football. He might have had a chance to get the first down.
I think
he might have been surprised by that little pitch from Derrick, you know?
I guess, you know, it shows how good and elusive he is. Watch this blitz. They come in, and they got him dead to right. Look at this. Uh-oh. No, you don't. I'm too quick. And then look at this. Just makes a play. Pitches it over there.
Oh,
he has some running room, man. He was looking to run the ball.
I mean, and he had a chance. He was only 3-4 yards from the first down. He didn't catch him by surprise. Williams looked that all the way in and just flat dropped it. A little bit of a high snap, but he just gets it off. Well, that would have been blocked. Gets a great roll. This could be a 20-yard roll plus inside the 25. Not the prettiest punt in the world, but it looks great in the box score as they flip the field, and Rowlett will take over for their second possession. Going to mark it at the 23-yard line. On their first possession, Rowlett picked up a first down, then had to punt it away 3-4 plays later on 4th down.
Yeah, they weren't able to do much with it, and you can see that Jesse Solis, the senior offensive lineman, he got a little nicked up on that first possession, and now that we keep seeing him going off the field and back on it, he is really limping bad.
Eagles will come out with 2 receivers each way. The lone back is Chauncey Amos to the right of Chase Tupal in shotgun. Going to fake the handoff, quick pass out, caught. That's Trevon King, who fights his way, had a defender on his back all the way to the 35. That's a gain of 12. Good tough run after the catch.
Yeah, Cameron Quinn is able to stop him, but I like the play call. They hold that ball in his belly right here. Look, 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 look. Oh, no, and I'm going to throw it. Opens everybody up, and just a great play.
Did you notice the cushion again on the outside as they're just trying to keep the receivers in front and giving them all the opportunity in the world to catch the football is Saxy right now defensively. They may tighten that up. They like to play a lot of man, but boy, they're worried about this Rowlett speed. Both coaches told me that Rowlett has the speed advantage tonight. option down the line. Tupal cuts it up. It's going to be hit down hard on his stomach, but pretty good gain out to the 39 of 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, Charles, let's see, number 98 right there, just Jack Forthman, 6'3", 210 pounds. He's got a load of steam.
That's a lot of weight on his back here, Bobby.
Just runs straight into him, man. That's a big hit.
Big collision there. Well, you'd be glad he didn't fall on the football. That would have knocked the wind out of him. That was my first thought. Handoff right up the middle for a short gain. That's Chauncey Amos, his first carry tonight for their top running back. And Amos came in with over 700 yards, 704 yards, 6.5 and 8 touchdowns on the year.
Well, Forthman and Jack Hunter right there just made a great stop again.
Pretty big third down here from the Rowlett 39. They'd have to punt it away probably. It's 3rd and 6 here. Big play for both sides as we're counting down to 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Saxy with the 7-0 lead. Tupal with 5 on the play clock in the shotgun. 4 receivers in the pattern as he's got time to throw down the middle, incomplete. He tried to hit Brody Simsek. He was double covered and he just overshot everybody.
Simsek actually cuts it off, and it looks to me like he's really open. Yeah, maybe Tupal got in a little hurry to release that.
I don't know why.
Like
Bobby
he had
a lot of
time.
Yeah, but he should have been comfortable, you know.
You know, he's cutting underneath everybody. See, he's got that open. If he just puts that down where it needed to be, that's a good catch.
You know what it looked like to me? It looked like he might have thrown it off the back foot. He didn't follow through completely, and he kind of threw a pop-up, it looked like to me. Maybe the technique was not good there from Tupal. Punt formation here for the Eagles. Second punt of the night coming. And the punter, Luis Reina. Punt return. It's a pretty good return across the 30 to the 32 by Braylon Brooks. That interception machine, Braylon Brooks. He's got 8 of their 16 interceptions from that Saxy secondary. As you see some of the Rowlett fans all bundled up tonight on a nice crisp evening. First real cold front, Bobby. Doesn't it feel great to go outside this time of year?
Boy, it's kind of chilly, actually, especially if you sit out there watching a football game for 3 hours. You can see a lot of people are bundled up really good and tight.
36-yard punt by Reina. Saxy returns it to the 32, 1st and 10. Handoff Nash, cuts it to the outside there. Is that KJ Williams? Anyway, it's a first down out to the 47-yard line. No, that's Torrey Washington with the first down run.
Saxy's got a great game plan going on tonight. They've been able to really get a lot of yards. They're really putting together some pretty good drives. Even though they had to punt last possession, they still are moving the ball pretty well.
That'll do it for the first quarter. It's Saxy 7, Rowlett nothing. The battle for the district championship. Back with the second quarter in a moment here on GRS TV. There's Red Barons walking behind his players on the Saxy sideline, the head coach of the Mustangs. As we start the second quarter, it's 7-0 Saxy. The Mustangs with a 1st and 10 at their 47. Big gaping hole up the middle on the cutback run by the quarterback Derek Rose. He's close to another first down. He got 8 on first.
Yeah, I'd say that Saxy has dominated that first quarter. They've got 110 yards. Look at Saxy. They're cold. They're going to be freezing. All their parents are saying, hey, you're going to get the flu. Y'all need to quit that.
Is that what you would say, Bobby, if your kid was doing that?
But Saxy's got 110 yards. Rowlett only 38 total yards that first quarter.
Yeah, the time of possession definitely in Saxy's favor. We'll give that to you in a moment.
Yeah.
2nd and 2, almost a free play here for the Stangs in Rowlett territory. Torrey Washington up the middle, first down, and a lot. Ball's out. Ripped out the last minute. Ball loose. It's a scrum. The ball's changing hands on the bottom. It looks like Rowlett's got it. We wait for the official signal. This is a huge situation here. And it looks like Saxy football.
Well, they had a chance. It was
Everybody had
around.
a chance. You and I had a chance almost. Boy, that's a huge play, and the Mustangs will try and take advantage here with a 7-0 lead.
Look at that stripping out. He just grabs he just grabs it and tries to tackle the ball.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Another handoff, breaking a tackle. That's KJ Williams. He's got the sideline and a lot more. He's inside the 10 and going to be run out. They're going to say the 8-yard line for a 23-yard gain for KJ Williams.
So now they've got 130 yards total, only 10 yards passing.
Watch the missed tackles here, folks. I saw one there.
He just ran through it. He was strong.
And again, another one of those backs for Saxy with a lot of speed. They get to the outside in a hurry. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line after recovering that fumble. Again, KJ Williams tries to bust this one out, cuts it back up into the end zone. Touchdown, Saxy.
Boy, 5'8", 210 pounds, man. He rolled like a bowling ball in there.
And it's a 2-possession lead now for the Mustangs. As we just started the 2nd quarter, boy, he is breaking tackles tonight. KJ Williams is a man possessed with that football.
He made 2 guys miss right there just by jump kick to the left. He just jumps and then takes off running. And he just made 2 guys look silly right there. Just a great job of running the ball.
Chase Franks for the PAT out of the Cromer hold. Everything looks good, including the kick. Timeout on the field, 10:46 left in our 2nd quarter. It's all Saxy so far as they lead Rowlett 14-0 on GRS TV. Saxy sideline after the big touchdown run. That's KJ Williams, number 21, who had 2 big carries, a 23-yarder and then the 8-yarder for the touchdown. He accumulated most of the yards on that drive, which was 77 yards in 5 plays, 2:17 off the clock. Here's the Franks kickoff. Boy, it's starting to look like a blowout, Bobby. Hard to believe, although we got a long way to go. It's 14-0 Saxy. Pretty good kickoff return. They blocked it really well. And another good field position start for the Rowlett Eagles here on the Trevor King return.
Well, I tell you, you know, it just looks like Saxy was well prepared to play this game. You know, Rowlett's coming into the game saying, there's not going to be a lot of passing, so we just need to defend the run. And they know that they're going to be running the ball a lot. Saxy's only thrown the ball 2 times, and one of them was a little shuffle pass. So you know they're not going to be throwing the ball, and you still can't control them running. So it looks like Saxy's just doing a great job of offensively scheming the Rowlett defense.
Saxy's been on the field, their offense most of the game. Also, their time of possession is 9:07 here early in the 2nd quarter. Rowlett just can't keep anything sustained. And their first play here is an incomplete pass on great pressure from the Mustangs.
Yeah, they try to set up an outside screen, but you still have to block and for just a second, just so that you get started. But they didn't, and Clark Yarborough made them, they punished the quarterback. Poor Chase Tupal back there.
Rowlett's only had it for 3 minutes and 58 seconds so far. Saxy's had it for the rest of the time. Tupal is flushed out, couldn't find a receiver, so he runs with it. Gets hit hard as he hits the turf at the 34 for a gain of 4, and it's going to be 3rd and 6. A down that's been difficult for the Eagles so far.
Yeah, Josh. You know, the thing is, if you're going to run the ball, you want to at least be able to get out of bounds or slide or have one of the little defensive backs hit you. But you don't want Josh Stafford hitting you at 6 foot 235 and Clark Yarbrough at 275. Those are the guys you don't want hitting your quarterback.
Rowlett with only 2 first downs so far in this game. They need one badly here. They're going to have to give it back, down 14-0 already in this showdown for the district championship. Rowlett looking for a share with a win tonight. Saxy can win their 3rd straight outright championship with a win. To Paul under heavy rush, and he's down quickly as he dropped into pass formation. And Bryce Robinson blitzing through, number 10, you see right there. And Rowlett's going to have to punt it away again.
Yeah, not even a chance. I mean, he just comes on a delay blitz
right up the middle, so he didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah,
did
the
he?
center goes and helps the other guy and doesn't see it coming through the middle. And boy, he just didn't have any time to take off running, throw the ball, anything. You know, looks like Saxy schemed this defense and offense real well tonight.
Yeah, they're blitzing and they're not picking it up. Now, before, when Robinson was blitzing early, he was coming from the outside. That time right up the middle, and boy, nobody was home to block him. Now here comes a late Eagle out on the field, and the timeout's got to be taken before they can even punt it away here. Mike Drybread, the referee. Yes, we do like our bread dry for Mike Drybread, the referee tonight. Timeout, let's take one. 9 minutes left first half, 14-0 Saxy on GRS TV. For the Eagles on 4th and 12, they're going to have to give the ball back here, already down 14-0. Luis Reina, the punter, his 2nd kick of the night. This time has plenty of time, and he gets off a beauty. Wobbly spiral, caught at the 35. It's returnable. Not many people downfield, and unfortunately the return man trips over his own feet. Braylon Brooks could have gotten a lot more out of that.
I think he does a good job right there, number 20, of just keeping them in front. And Jared Wesley, he has a lot of room to return the punt, but Jared Wesley stays in front of him and makes him decide or not decide which way to go, and he finally just falls. But, you know, when you get a punt that big, that far, a lot of times
hang time.
A lot of times it's too far for your coverage team, and it's what it looked like. He had a lot of room to run if he would have stayed on his feet.
Something to keep in mind, again, they didn't get many people downfield. You might better get a big return tonight from Saxy out of punt formation based on what we just saw. He just tripped over his own feet that time. Handoff up the middle, another big hole. You know, let's give some credit to the Saxy offensive line, Bobby. They are blocking for the run very well. Saxy's getting a steady diet of yardage on almost every run. Miles
every
Nash
yard.
there.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I mean, they are dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides. Here's a first down run. Well, that was first down, excuse me, but another quick 4 yards right up the middle. A lot of it's just coming up the middle, just simple handoffs to Miles Nash.
Yeah, but you got the Trail Harris, that big offensive lineman there. You just got to keep an eye on him, big number 65, and he is just balling people.
2nd and 6 Mustangs in Rowlett territory at the 36, already leading 14-0. Sweep left by Rose after the fake handoff. He's got huge yardage.
Touchdown.
He may have the end zone. Did he step out? Yes, he stepped out, according to the head linesman, back at the 12-yard line, but that's a 24-yard gain. I'm sure Rose is disappointed he didn't get 6 out of that.
They are doing whatever they want against that Rowlett defense, and they're not even throwing the ball. It's not like you really got to cover the pass. You just got to make sure they don't get outside of you, and they do. What
have we seen? One pass, and it was on the opening series, and it was for a -3 yards. Is that correct? Have they only thrown one pass, Bobby?
Well, they had that shuffle pass. Yeah, completed
gotcha.
one.
Yeah. This is KJ Williams, and finally Rowlett finds an answer, stacks him up, and drives him back. Now that's Torrey Washington, excuse me. Let's see what they give him for the forward progress. Going to give him the line of scrimmage of the 12-yard line. That's a generous mark.
Everybody's got to play their position. You've got to let your guys that are in the middle of that defensive line play that run, and you've got to get your defensive ends. You got to keep staying outside. So, you know, if everybody crashes every time to get that run on the inside, then Jalen Rose is going to have a big night.
Going to throw this time way too high to the lefty. It was pretty well covered, Chase Cromer, but it never had a chance because of the tall pass. Cromer is not the tallest kid in the world. 3rd and 10 from the 12. You can get a first down at the 2 without scoring. It's just simply not a good pass.
Yeah, I just sailed on him a little bit.
He's had a little bit of trouble tonight with the high passes. Not much of a win factor. It's barely moving the flags out to the right, out in the south end zone.
They haven't had to throw. They just run the ball.
Yeah, I would dance with what brung you. They're going to throw it again. Pump fake into the corner of the end zone, and this is way too far. Another overthrown pass intended for Chase Cromer, and it looks like they're going to send the field goal unit on here.
I'm dumbfounded about why they went with all of these passes all of a sudden. It's like they didn't do good on their first run, so it kind of put them at 2nd and 10, but you're still getting 7-8 yards per carry, and then all of a sudden you just start throwing the ball 2nd down and 3rd down.
Near the end zone, where the end zone becomes an extra defender also. It's a lot harder to throw it when you're at the 12-yard line.
They've just had too much success running to just fall into throwing the ball all of a sudden.
Right down the middle of the field, Chase Franks with a 29-yard field goal attempt. Good haul. They bobbled the snap, and now they're just going to have to scramble and run and down for a loss. So Rowlett with a break there. It looked like a decent snap that was just dropped by the holder, Chase Cromer. Let's see if we can get a nice GRS TV replay.
There's
here.
Lance Canyon right there. He's the one that saved the day. He gets through.
Decent snap, wasn't it? Maybe slightly behind him.
And makes a beautiful tackle.
So Rowlett, let's see if Rowlett can rally off of this break down 14-0. Plenty of time, 7:04 second quarter, and the Eagles have 2 of their 3 timeouts remaining. Here they come in their gray uniforms, gray jerseys, and white pants.
Yeah, they were really fortunate to get a defensive stance right there, because if you go down 3 touchdowns this early in the game, it's going to be tough to come back on the Saxy team.
Well, the whole first half has been played down here, and Rowlett's into the field. Their time of possession has been bad. I mean, they just haven't had any offense. Here's a quick out pass caught for a short gain. Didn't get much of a block over here. Antonio Hull with his 2nd catch of the night, but it's going to go for just 5 yards. The student sections are rowdy tonight. Huge crowds here for both teams at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. Glad you're with us. Saxy in first, Rowlett in 2nd place coming into this final regular season game. 2nd and 5. Tupal might be changing the play. Still 15 on the play clock. Got 2 receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Amos, the back to his right. Still waiting. Here he's the snap. He tried to go out right short, and it was a bad pass in the turf intended for Jerry Evans. But they didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to go anywhere, even if he had completed it.
Yeah, defensively, they knew what they were going to do. The way they lined up, they knew that they were going to throw that little pass, and they were all over it. As soon as that ball left, the Saxy defense was breaking towards the ball.
Rowlett's 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They've only got 2 first downs all night, and they've got a 3rd and 5 here from their 29er. They're going to have to punt it for the 4th time. Tupal waits. Let's see if Saxy brings the blitz. Yes, they do. They send 6. Tupal gets out of there just barely, runs toward the sideline. And let's see what the mark is. We've also got a very late flag, probably an unnecessary hit. They're going to mark him at the 35, which is enough for the first down by 1 yard. Let's check the flag, though.
Going to be an extra 15, I think.
He needed 5, and he got 6. So that's the good news
Dead
for
ball.
Rowlett.
Personal foul.
And more good news coming, says Mike Driver. They're going to mark another 15.
First down.
I tell you, they had the blitz on him. He just was able to maneuver around it. Watch, he should have been sacked right here. Boy, he just does a little duck move and gets underneath it and then takes off and gets that first down. And then, yeah, that was
They are at midfield. They've only crossed midfield once before tonight, and with a yard, they'll cross midfield again here for the 2nd time on 1st and 10. 6:14, clock stopped here in the 2nd quarter. Rowlett needs points badly, trailing 14-0 as they look to the sideline. They're under 4 on the play clock. Got to hurry. 2, 1. They get the snap off in time. As Amos, with only his second carry of the night, it's going to be a short gain to the 48 of Saxy. And so they have crossed midfield for the second time.
Well, you just keep seeing big number 31 right there, Quentin Williams. Now, he's 6 foot, 180 pounds, and you've seen him jump outside and try to make that tackle on the pass. Now he's coming downhill and stopping the run. So we keep seeing him.
Ryan Jones was also a part of the tackle. Two-paw, quick pass. Oh, almost picked off.
Boy.
And that could have been a pick 6 for number 2, Micah Buchanan, but he
don't miss
it.
many of them.
No, they usually pick those off. They got good hands in that Saxy secondary. Watch the replay here.
That ball just went straight down. I mean,
it looked like a wounded duck, didn't it?
He had his receiver open. He looked like maybe he saw Buchanan coming and he thought, well, I better not throw it out there. And so he tries to pull it down as he's throwing it. But, boy, when you do that, sometimes that's a bad mistake.
3rd and 8 Eagles. This could be 4-down territory, trailing 14-0. 4-man front, no blitz here. Two-paw. He still gets sacked back at the 44 against a 4-man rush. And the Saxy defensive line's getting the job done. And that was 98 Jack Forthman again.
Yeah, he's just been playing an awesome defensive end from that left side. He's able to get around, does a little swim move.
You know, usually you call out Ryan Jones's name, Buchanan's name,
Yarborough,
Spears. You don't hear much from Forthman, but he's off to a good start tonight. They have so many weapons on that defensive line, and they are controlling the line of scrimmage so far tonight. It's Rowlett for their 4th punt of the night. Reyna in punt formation. They give him time to get it off. This is a low returnable kick caught at the 24. And there goes Braylon Brooks with a pretty nice return. That's what happens when you don't get any height on the punt.
Yeah, but he gets hit as he kicks the ball.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if they're going to call running into the kicker or.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
Doug Stevens wants more than 5 as he is out to the numbers talking to Mike Drybread, the referee. Well, Drybread's going to give us the official signal here.
I mean, it looked like he didn't go after his legs or anything. It looked like he just hit him.
How about a great GRS TV replay, and we'll tell you what we thought about the call.
I couldn't hear him talking.
It's running into him. I saw the signal, Bobby. Hopefully we get a replay on this. Here we go. GRS all over it here.
So he comes down, and then he just runs up to him up top. So, yeah, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, it wasn't too serious, was it?
But it gave him enough for a first down, apparently.
No, you don't get automatic on running in.
See.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong stick. So it's 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 15. They'll have to punt it again. This one a little higher and angled toward this near sideline, so not returnable, although it bounces straight up. It's caught at the 21-yard line.
Around the 22-yard line.
Good job punting the ball right there. I mean, you could tell he was angling that. He didn't want to return on it and puts it over on the sideline. So that's a good punt there.
So leading 14-0, Saxy has some time here. 4:36 left in the half, and they have all 3 of their timeouts left. You see the mob of students on the Saxy sideline. Again, they were here early tonight cheering their team as they came out for warm-ups, which you don't see very often. They were here early on the Saxy side. A lot of tailgaters in the parking lot tonight. 22-yard line for the Mustangs. Rose on the quarterback keeper. He's tripped up early, or that could have gone a ways. And doing the tripping was one of our favorite players, Bobby, Mr. Gabriel Tito, number 60. He's one of their leading tacklers, tied for 3rd on the team in tackles. He averages 7 a game as a defensive lineman.
Yeah, you got to let him do his job in there, and the defensive ends and linebackers are going to have to do theirs on the outside.
2nd and 7, KJ Williams is going to be cut down early. Rowlett finally with some good 1st and 2nd down defense. On this tackle was Tazavian Hines, one of the corners. So 3rd down coming for Saxy. They hadn't had many of these.
I tell you, Saxy's put up 200 total yards already. 9 yards passing. That's it. 9 yards passing, 192 on the ground.
Normally that'd be a negative stat, but that means they're running it so well, leading 14-0. Pretty big possession here for Rowlett. They could get the ball back with decent field position. On 3rd down, deep pass, incomplete, just a little too far. One-on-one streaking route here by Cameron Cromer, and keeping pace with him all the way downfield was Lance Canyon. Good coverage from Canyon.
Hey, he puts the ball up there nice for him. Let him go run up underneath there and get it. I mean, as a receiver, that's what you want. Go ahead and put it all the way out there. Let me go get it. Don't make me turn around and slow down and all that. Just let me go get it. He put it out there for him.
Punt coming from Saxy.
Antonio Hull back to receive that punt from the 41-yard line.
Got some time and gets it off. Decent punt. Fair caught at the 40-yard line.
Fair catch on the 40.
And the punter was Addison Perez. 33-yard punt for Perez, the first of the night for Saxy.
Now, Rowlett's only put up 42 yards. They've had 3 first downs this whole game.
Yeah, third down's been a problem.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something to start moving the ball.
Protecting the quarterback would be a good start.
Yeah, 9 yards rushing is all they've got, and their passing has been really bad. They're 4 of 9 on passing, and it's because he's had so much pressure. Every time he drops back, he's getting hit.
They've tried to throw a lot early in the series, which is a good thing. Amos only with 2 carries, I believe, all night long. Their top running back, I was talking to Doug Stevens on the phone. They needed to be balanced, he said, tonight, and they've been anything but balanced. Throwing it on almost every down. And if they do hand it off here on first down, and cut down from the right defensive end was Chauncey Amos, and nice play there by Micah Buchanan coming in from the secondary.
That looked like that one hurt. Chauncey Amos gets upended and lands straight on his back.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 as we near the 3-minute mark. Rowlett with 2 timeouts left, trailing 14-0. Got a 2-back set here. That's Amos and Expo, the split backfield, either side of Tupal in shotgun. A 3-receiver set here. Going to hand it to Amos coming left. He's hit early and finally going to be downed, and leading the way there on the tackle was Jordan Brooks, one of those linebackers, one of the top tacklers on the season for the Mustangs. 3-yard gain and another third down. Rowlett having to go for a lot of third down plays to keep these drives alive.
You see, it's a direct handoff, and you see linebackers, everybody coming down line, and then boom.
There's Jordan
Brooks, yeah.
Here we go. They may have to punt it away in their own territory at the 46 on 3rd and 4. 2:17, 2:15 and counting here. Saxy threatening the blitz. They'll send 6. They pick it up, though. Tupal's picked off. Going the other way is Saxy. And this is going to go for a pick 6. And guess who? Braylon Brooks, touchdown, Saxy.
He didn't miss that one.
That is his 9th interception of the year.
Well, you know, Tupal did not want to throw that one. It happened earlier, and the same exact play. He was like, I don't want to throw this. He goes ahead and throws it this time, and Braylon Brooks doesn't miss it twice.
He is an interception machine. He's got 9 of the team's 17 interceptions. I think we did a game earlier in the year where he also had a pick 6. That's not his first pick 6 of the year. Franks with the extra point. All of a sudden, the Mustangs with a 3-possession lead late in the first half. This could become a blowout, folks. It's incredible. Extra point is up and good by Chase Franks as you see the Saxy sideline. And the fans going crazy. Timeout, 2 minutes left in our first half. It's all Saxy. They're looking for their 3rd straight undefeated district championship in a row, and they lead Rowlett 21-0 on GRS TV. Saxy with a 21-0 lead. Now Rowlett's going to get it back here with 2 minutes left and 2 timeouts left here in the first half.
Boy, he just throws it straight to that outside, and it's just a 5-yard out pattern, but Buchanan is sitting on it on the last possession. Brooks was sitting on that on the last possession.
It almost
almost picked it off, and then they run the same exact play, And he don't drop it twice.
Kick into the end zone, and the Eagles are bringing it out. And it's not even going to get back to the 20-yard line. Boy, everything going Saxy's way here in the first half. We've got a little unpleasantries on the field, but no big deals. They break it up. These two rivals. It's the other thing that makes this game so good. These are two pretty good rivals. These schools are really close together here.
Well, a lot of the kids went to the same junior highs together, most of the kids, and then they split, and so they all know each other. So there's a lot of talk all during the week, all throughout the year, and they all plan on going and being at this game. This game is the game of the Saxy and Rowlett love this thing, and you can tell.
Look at the student section.
Yeah, the student section on both sides are just completely full.
First down play, they're going to throw it. Trying to get something going here. It's caught, breaking a tackle, but just about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Well, just a nice job of trying to fight for any kind of yards right now. I mean, they are really struggling to figure out what they can do to just pick up some yards. They look like the Cowboys last Sunday when they played Tennessee. When they finally catch a 5-yard pass, it was everybody was happy about it.
Yeah, just nothing going for the Eagles. They've got all the speed advantage, and yet they can't take advantage of that so far. Here's a stacked up handoff for just 1 more yard. Another third down. It seems like every series they're having to go for it on third down to keep the drive alive. Amos with a short 1-yard gain. That's been the key. Saxy's first and second down defense all night long.
Yeah, it's been third and long every time for Rowlett. And now they're going to pass the ball, and you wait for the blitz. Here it comes, I guarantee you.
2 receivers each way, ball on the right hash. So you got the wide side, the left here. And a play action fake. Tupac is hit hard as he throws it. Did he get a foot in, Evans? I don't think so. And yeah, the head linesman, Shane Lawrence, says he's out of bounds. Tupac got hit right as he delivered that football.
Well, Jerry Evans does break free. The ball, if it was delivered there in the middle of the field, I think he gets it. But look at that delay blitz, and he gets stuck hard.
The blitz working for Saxy tonight. You know, they're getting good coverage. That's what allows you to blitz, because you know you're going to get one-on-one coverage when you blitz usually. And DBs are playing well for Saxy too.
Well, he's blitzing from straight up the middle at the middle linebacker. So if they can drop maybe one of their running backs right down where the linebacker is and maybe just toss it right over his head, he might have some running room.
There's a halftime adjustment. Tupal appears to be injured, number 9 there on the bench. 42 seconds left. The clock is stopped, so Saxy's going to have a little bit of time. It looks like we got to delay a game as the back judge throws the flag, and Mike Drybread says delay a game, so move it back 5 for the punt.
Yeah, we're looking at, I can see Tupal on the sidelines.
Looks like
there.
We've got a timeout too. Why don't we take a break? 42 seconds left. 21-0 Saxy on GRS TV. And we're back. I'll tell you what we'll do in the second half. We'll talk about playoffs next week, kind of what people will be doing next week, where the games will be, and we'll take some time to do that in the second half. We got 42 seconds left here in the first half as Rowlett's going to punt it away, and Saxy's going to have another chance here because they've got all 3 of their timeouts left, even though there's just 42 seconds on the clock. Already leading, the Mustangs are at 21-0.
Now you're going to want to directionally punt this. You want to put it over where nobody can return it. But you don't want them to get the ball, return it, and put it in, inside the 30-yard line here.
Brooks, the deep man, we saw on the pick 6 that he's got great speed. This is low.
There we go.
Brooks is going to let it go by him, which will give an extra little bit of roll. But they're going to start at the 37 with a decent field goal kicker. I like Saxy's chances of getting some points out of this. 32 seconds, but all 3 timeouts. So they should come out throwing. Of course, the way they've run the ball, they might try a run on the first play. Did you ever think it'd be 21-0 in this game tonight? I actually thought Rowlett would be a chance to win this.
When we look at all the stats, they're so close.
Yeah.
And this far into the season, you've played the same teams. You would think, if they both score about the same, defensively about the same, but tonight Saxy has had the advantage.
Rose couldn't find anybody open, so he scrambles left and then throws. It probably would have been complete, but again, he's too tall for the intended receiver. Rose has missed high a lot of the night, and he missed Trent Dean on the far sideline. Dean's kind of walking gingerly after hitting the turf.
Yeah, Cameron Miles does a good job defensively. He's on him the whole time.
Yeah, Dean took a pretty good hit from behind, is a little shaken up, but he stays in there. He is the top receiver for Saxy on the season with 13 catches, but 281 yards. 6 of Dean's catches, of his 13 catches, have gone for touchdowns. That's a pretty good percentage.
That's what you say, all I do is catch touchdowns.
Yeah, he's the touchdown maker on offense, while Braylon Brooks is the touchdown maker on defense. Rose has some time. Got to go deep middle, one-on-one, and it's caught because the receiver did a great job of coming back to the ball, and guess who? Trent Dean. Great adjustment in the air there, Bobby.
Yeah, he puts it a little short, and Dean's able to make the adjustment there. Look at this. Oh, yeah.
27-yard gain, so the Saxy drive is very much alive. They'll take a timeout. Why don't we keep it right here with 16 seconds, and why don't we talk playoffs for a second? These two teams are in the playoffs. They'll both go Division I, that's for sure. If Saxy wins it, they're the #1 seed out of our district, and they'll play either Plano or Plano East, who will be #2 in District 9 6A.
Yeah,
we're
but if
District
you
10,
lose,
that's District. The loser gets fed to Alice.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the #1 team in the state, and everybody's favorite to win it all again. So that's another reason to win this game, not just because you got a district championship waiting for you.
Yeah, the loser of this game's playing Allen. That is that's not very good.
And
so you
Allen,
really need to win this game, whichever team. That's a good incentive, yes.
That'll be at Allen. We don't know what day. Usually the first round is on a Friday night. Now, here's the interesting thing. If Saxy wins this, they'll be the #1 seed, and they'll get either Plano or Plano East. Red Barons has said, I want to play, if it's Plano East, I want to play here at Homer B. Johnson instead of their typical home field, which is Williams Stadium, because Saxy lost to Plano East at Williams Stadium.
He wants to flip it, huh?
Yeah. That's his written. Now, he has a chance to change his mind. Those are just his preliminary thoughts at this point. Rowlett wins. They'll play right here against Plano or Plano East next week. Here's a completion with 9 seconds. They're going to stop the clock temporarily. Let's see if Saxy just lines up. And now they're going to go ahead and take a timeout because I got 2 of them left. So that'll give us another timeout here with 9 seconds left in the half. Now in Division II, that's also decided who our 2 teams are, Naaman Forest and Wiley out of this district. Now Wiley has a really good chance to be the #1 seed. And the #1 seed and the #2 seed in Division II, Wiley and Naaman Forest, could play Plano. They could play Plano East, and they could play McKinney. So it's way up in the air over there in District 9 6A going into the evening's play. Plano has a pretty good shot. McKinney has a pretty good shot. Plano East and Plano, though, if they win tonight, they play separate opponents. If they win, those 2 teams are automatically in, and McKinney's out because McKinney is in 5th place right now. And, of course, the #1 seed would host a playoff game, while the #2 seed would have to go on the road, just like in Division I that we just talked about. So, in other words, Naaman Forest could get a home game over at Williams Stadium this coming week, this next week, if they finish ahead of Wiley in the standings. And they have a chance of doing that. But Wiley kind of has the inside track going in. 1st and 10 Saxy with 9 seconds. Rose steps up into the middle.
He gets it!
Touchdown! Saxy Trent Dean. What a catch as he went up high.
Wow, just a pass right over the middle. Just a post pattern.
Great catch.
Look at him celebrating.
Oh,
That's
boy.
fun.
Kind of the Lambeau leap, the HBJ leap here. Now watch this catch from Trent Dean. I think, did he come off his feet, it looked like. Little high pass again. He did go way up in the air for it. What a great catch by Trent Dean. 7 touchdowns, 15 receptions on the season. He is the touchdown maker. Kind of a wide snap, but they get it down, and the kick is no good. He missed it wide of the right upright, so hopefully that won't have any effect on the game, because Saxy has a 27-0 lead over Rowlett now with 2 seconds left here in the first half. So that gives you the whole playoff picture. We've caught you up on that. Why don't we take the timeout with 2 seconds? 27-0 Saxy on GRS TV. It is all Saxy here in this battle for the district championship. Rowlett's got their work cut out for them in the second half, down 27-0. Let's see what kind of kick comes from Saxy here. It's just a worm burner to end the first half here. Stays in bounds, so that'll kill the final two. Can Rowlett get a good return here? And it's not going to be much. Hole is going to be down at the 26, and that's going to do it for the opening half of play. We're going to take a break, and when we come back for the second half, we'll give you the first half highlights. It's been Saxy highlights for the most part. Our score at the half, Saxy 27, Rowlett nothing. Saxy looking for their third straight undefeated district championship, and Rowlett the second place team coming in. Let's take a break. Back with the second half shortly here on GRS TV.
Welcome back to William B. Johnson's Homer B. Johnson Stadium. 27-0 Mustangs over the Eagles, third quarter. Glad to have you back. It's been a big surprise tonight. We'll go to highlights here.
Here they come.
Out on the field. Never would have expected to be this lopsided of a game, especially at this point in the game. Everybody's excited about playing.
Saxy comes out, though, and goes 72 yards in 7 plays on their first possession, the opening possession of the game. Set the tone. Rose with the 1-yard run, the quarterback to close the drive. And then you've got
A.J. Williams.
This is an 8-yard run, but right before that, the play before that, Bobby had a 23-yard run to the 8-yard line before he scored. Here's your pick six by Braylon Brooks, his 9th interception of the season, and his second pick six.
52 yards on that one.
And then the final score coming as you see the Saxy student body going crazy. Rose with a 36-yard TD pass to Dean. Watch the catch. Wow. The catch of the night by Trent Dean. They missed the extra point. Don't think that'll have too much of an effect for a while at best. Now, Rowlett does get the ball first, second half. Bobby, you got some stats from the first half? All Saxy. Just like the highlights. Here's the kick as Rowlett will have it first. This is a key possession, down 27-0. They faked the end around.
Didn't work.
Oh, keeping his feet, though. Is number 20, Jared Wesley.
It was all Saxy, 249 total yards, 11 first downs, and most of it was on the ground. 197 of it was on the ground. They averaged 8.2 yards to carry. They carried it 24 times, and so only 52 yards in the air. They didn't have to throw it. They were, just pushing the ball all the way down the field. On the other side, Rowlett only 53 total yards. Saxy totally dominated Rowlett's offense.
First and 10 for the Eagles from their
First and 10 from the 23 for Rowlett. And I think we talked at the half. Rowlett needs points early in this quarter to even have a chance, down 27-0. Got an option pitch it to Amos around left end. He's got a short gain, and guess who again isn't on the tackle? He's had a big night. Jack Forthman, number 98, ran him down.
He's been everywhere, and when he's hitting them, he is really bringing the wood because he's always hitting them from the opposite side. Like he chased that one all the way down from him on the left side, chased it all the way down, and when he finally gets there to hit him, man, he's got a load of steam, man. That's a killer.
Big Jack lines up at left defensive end for the 2nd and 4. Delayed handoff, Amos, and he's cut down for a loss. Bryce Robinson was there, and Jordan Brooks, 2 linebackers just coming up the middle and making the tackle. And that's going to lose a yard back to the 28. Another third down. Every series, it seems like, has had at least one third down for Rowlett.
That big defensive line, that 4 guys in the front right there have just been dominating.
3 receivers right and 1 left on 3rd and 6. Or they're going to have to punt it again. 2 Paul in shotgun, Amos to his right. Lots of receivers he'll have to look at. Had time this time, but pass was wide of the intended receiver, Antonio Hole, over the middle. And another punt for Rowlett. How many first downs in the first half, Bobby? 3?
3 first downs.
Wow.
And again, this time they put both their linebackers on the left side, and they blitz both of them. So it really leaves the middle of the field about 8 to 10 yards wide open, and we haven't seen Rowlett exploit that yet.
4th punt of the night coming for Rainier. Looks like Saxy setting up for the return. This is a low one, but headed toward the far sideline. Still, it bounces back toward the middle, and it's caught, and here comes the return. And a decent return out to the 43. So Saxy has had good field position all night long, mainly set up by their good defense.
The fans are having a good time tonight. Really kind of chilly. Finally getting to break out their Letterman jackets.
You know, again, Rowlett's in the playoffs even if they go on to lose this, but they're going to have to play Allen if they lose this. The #1 team in the state, everybody's favorite to win it again.
Yeah, you don't want to lose this game because of that. Not just because you lose the district championship, but you don't want to have to, walk into the first game of the playoffs going against Allen.
Here's a familiar happening, a handoff up the middle, big yardage, and DeMondrick Wade made the tackle, but not before he almost got the first down. KJ Williams, we've got an injured player. We haven't had many injuries tonight. It is KJ Williams, who's looking okay, just hadn't gotten up yet. Now he turns over. That's a good sign. The winner of this game wins the district championship, and again will be the #1 seed, and will get either Plano or Plano East, and that other district is still way up in the air. We've got a couple of upsets working tonight over there, but it'll all be decided. And of course, this week when you're watching this game, you can see this one on GRS TV. The other game that will be available to you will be one, Bobby, you did last night, North Garland and Garland, which turned out to be a close ball game. So those will be your 2 games to watch here on GRS TV. KJ Williams now walking off under his own power. Just a slight limp.
Yeah, he's getting cramps in that left leg and the right leg. It looked like they were having to stretch him on both. And a lot of times you go into the locker room after having a big game like he had, and you come out and you're kind of cold. It's cold outside. You get that first run and get a cramp.
By the way, we hope to have a playoff game for you next week. If we do, it would probably be Saxy, so just stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have that game for you. Here's a first down run of 7. Saxy just getting it in big chunks to the 43, gains of 7 and 7 and a first down.
Yeah, Washington just carries the pile. He gets hit about 3 or 4 yards upfield, carries it for about another 4.
Eagle 43.
Washington stays in there to the right of Rose. 3 receivers out to this far side, the left side. They just spread the field and hand it off. This time Washington will be stacked up for nothing. We haven't seen that very often from the Rowlett defensive line. Leading the way that time was number 90. Do you have another number 90 on yours?
I believe that's number 80. It's Darius
80.
Dunlap.
Excuse me, you're exactly right. For some reason I thought 90. Dunlap on the tackle.
2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
They got him that time. They just wrapped it all up. Everybody beat their man that time.
It also looked like Wade was down low. 2nd and 10 after the gain of 0. Washington again. He's going to lose this time. Getting a little predictable here with a 27-0 lead. Same man again. Number 80, Dunlap.
Yeah, him and DeMondrick Wade.
Yeah, same combination again.
Yeah, they were up there ready for it that time. And you're right. You kind of want to start protecting Rose, your quarterback. So this time we haven't seen him do any running. They basically just handed it off every time. But I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off.
You know, more importantly than anything, Saxy's able to run some clock here with these simple plays and just keep that clock running. with a 4-touchdown lead. They dropped the screen off to Washington, and Rowlett read it well, and he was tackled immediately by that team's leading tackler, Xavier Gale, and they forced a punt here. That has not happened often tonight.
Well, Gale is the only man, too. They set up a perfect screen, and I don't know where he came from. He just spotted it, and he was able to make that tackle. If he doesn't, that could be a touchdown.
Yeah, you're right. It was wide open except for one guy who made it. 4th down punt coming. High snap, goes up and gets it, and just barely gets it off, does Addison Perez. It's short enough to where it won't be returned. They get a little extra roll out of it, so Rowlett will be backed up here at their own 13-yard line, trailing 27-0. They've crossed midfield just twice and only 3 first downs for the Eagles tonight for this offense that's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, 53 total yards, 37 of it in the air and 16 on the ground. And you're going to have to establish some type of run game if you had wanted any kind of success in this second half. You've got to be able to run the ball to set up the pass.
Eagles came in averaging 37 points and 362 yards of offense. And they have not been shut out all year. I can give you the next closest. I mean, they maybe 7 points, 24-7 lost to Plano might be the closest they've come. Tupal in shotgun, Amos to his right, and going to pull back after running an option. I tried to hit an open receiver, but Simsick was well covered down the hash mark by Matthew Carter.
Yeah, it looks like we got a flag on the field. It looks like right in the area of holding. Roughing the passer. There you go. Yeah.
I looked at the monitor, and Tupal was holding onto his face mask like he got hit in the face or something. See if we can get a replay out of this. He looks okay, but yeah, look how he got hit in the face. Bryce Robinson. Ooh, boy.
He did take
almost
a shot.
Targeting. Wow, helmet to helmet. And Tupal's going to come out for a play, as you see, talking to the coaches. So this will bring on Trout, should be number 16. Trout, the backup quarterback. Alex Trout. He's a big kid. He keeps it up the middle, but he'll just get 3 to the 31.
Well, at this point, you just need to change something up, even if he does need to run the ball a little bit.
That was a big penalty because it gave him a first down and a fresh set of downs. A little bit out of the hole now here at the 31, 2nd and 7. And Tupal back in there as he had to come out for the one play. 4 receivers in the set here with Amos the lone back to the right. Just a straight 2-step drop. Time to throw here. Deep out, that's incomplete. Good job of covering there by Braylon Brooks, who's had one heck of a night. Intended for a hole, but no chance there. Yeah. Good man coverage.
Yeah, it was a double move. He takes him up and then takes about 3 steps in and then breaks it straight back out. Good pass, good coverage, good route, but boy, you got number 3 on that defensive side. He's really quick.
Let's give some credit to the Saxy secondary as well as the pass rush. The secondary is led to some of the pressure because Tupal's had trouble finding people open all night. He's thrown in to a lot of good coverages. 3rd and 7. Here comes the rush. He never had a chance from the get-go. The initial penetration, Ryan Jones messed it up from the beginning with his rush and then got some help on the cleanup.
Yeah, Tupal's going to be sore tomorrow because every time he goes back to throw the ball, I mean, he is just getting crushed. And look at all the guys. Big number 95, not even getting touched. He has to go upfield, and then you got a delay blitz by number 10, which is who? Bryce Robinson coming in there.
Ryan led to the mess up, and Robinson just kind of cleaned it up.
Yeah, and he's getting hit hard every time he's getting back there and throwing the ball. It's not like they're soft hits. He's getting really hit hard, and you already saw him on that same possession have to come out of the game because he got hit so
number
hard
35,
in the head.
5-yard
penalty. A 5-yard walk-off against Rowlett, according to Mike Drybread, the referee.
5-yard penalty against Rowlett. False start.
I mean, they just cannot sustain anything, the Rowlett Eagles, tonight.
Now, and they've got to get the ball to their running backs. I mean, if that's what you're going to do, and you see them blitzing up the middle and on the side, you drop your running back right where those linebackers were blitzing from, and you just toss it over their head and let him get some running room.
5 yards downfield, in other words, over the middle.
Yeah.
Brooks is on the return here. Gets a couple of blocks, gets a clearing block. No flag. Yep, there's a flag. Is that a flag? It doesn't look yellow from here. I'm not sure there's a penalty.
Boy, they
There's
got
a
away
white
with
towel
one if
over
they
there.
didn't.
Let's see the replay if that was a clean block or not, but somebody got obliterated, and that's where Bobby thought it was a clip. Let's see on a replay, hopefully. Nice return without the clip, by the way. Never got a flag on this. Let's see what happened. You're going to see it here in just a moment out of nowhere. There it is.
Boom, straight in the back right there. That is a clip.
That looked like a clip to me, too, on the replay. But they get away with it. Saxy's going to start at the Rowlett 32 with a 27-0 lead, looking for their third straight undefeated district title. Rowlett's finished second all 3 years to this point. They're second coming into this one. Breaking it outside is Miles Nash, hanging on to the jersey from behind and making the tackle. That was a nice, strong tackle there.
Yeah, because, you know, these jerseys are so tight. It's not like you can really grab them and hang on to them. Look how tight that jersey is, and he's able to grab on with one hand. Look at that, just pull him down. Yeah, DeModrick Wade.
They used to call them tearaway jerseys in the old days because they literally just tore away in your hands. Got 9, second and 1. Nash again. Same type of play as he's drugged down from behind by the jersey by DeModrick Wade. Looked almost like a replay there.
Man, he must have some serious strong hands.
Oh, my goodness. Something tells me they're big hands. Got gloves on. Here you see,
it's not
very
much
similar.
to grab a hold of, you know.
No. You know, Nash isn't the biggest guy in the world, but he's very compact, too.
Yeah, and they're so tight on that shoulder pads and everything. You can't really grab them.
3rd and 1. Looks like they got the first down and an extra yard there on just straight ahead run.
I love it. I love how they get up under the center and just move forward. And when you got these big linemen like big number 79, and those guys are so big and so strong. Larry Wynn and Nick Retta and Anderson, those guys are big, so why not get behind them?
First down, a fresh set and a more movement on that game clock. Saxy just wants to kill time. They don't even have to score here, but Rose will score on the keeper. Around left end, touchdown, Saxy, and they add to their lead.
So fast. When he gets outside, he just outruns everybody. And then he puts that left foot and plants it in the turf and takes up straight up field. Watch this.
Watch the blocking, too, on the outside over here. Oh, the cameraman got a little fooled.
See, he just outruns him.
Got one little block. He didn't need much from Trent Dean. Yeah, that was just a good job of running around the defenders. As you said, the speed burned there. Here comes Chase Franks for the PAT out of the Cromer hold. They had trouble with a snap earlier. Get this one down. Almost blocked, but he made it. Timeout, 4:29 left, 3rd quarter. Looks like Saxy's going to win their 3rd straight district championship, 34-0 over Rowlett here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, the change you want to see. It all starts right now, the GISD.
There's Miles Nash and teammates on the sideline. Bobby, Rowlett has finished second in this district the last 4 years. The first 2 to Rockwall when they were in this district, and now 2 years ago and last year to Saxy, and this would be the 3rd year in a row they'll finish second to Saxy. Of course, if this score holds up, which it should, at 34-0 Mustangs. It's been Saxy and Rowlett 1 and 2 each of the last 2 years, and it looks like for a 3rd year. Short kick, caught at the 15, picked up the 15.
And that was a clipping as well, and it looked like the referee, I was watching him, he grabbed his flag and then put it right back in his pocket.
13 yards on the return.
Just didn't want to call it.
Just didn't want to call it, but you got to call those kind of plays.
Well, it's 34-0. Maybe of course, I don't think they're thinking that. I'm not going to call this because it's 34-0. You know, I don't think they saw it. Let's see if we see it on the replay. Where is it, Bobby? Right here? Yeah,
right there.
That's pushing in the back. That's illegal use of the hands.
And the referee pulls his flag out and then put it back in his pocket.
What in the world did he see that we didn't see?
Well, he saw it.
Good
he didn't
job,
want to
GR.
call it. That's the second time.
Good job, GRS TV. We could just officiate the game from the television. 1st and 10 at the 30 for Rowlett. Down 34-0. Just a simple handoff or a loss.
Was that a handoff, or did everybody think the play had stopped? It was so slow
Developing,
that
yeah.
I thought they blew a whistle.
Yeah, very slow developing plays.
Get
It's
those
been
guys
one
some
of those
hot
nights.
chocolate, man.
Saxy spelled out. 2nd and 12. They'll look to the sideline with 20 on the play clock. Boy, this game has kind of quieted a large crowd, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're up that big, 34-0 in the third quarter, even your own fans kind of get quiet.
Gonna go deep down this near side, and nobody. Actually, they had 2 receivers down inside the right hash, and he went toward the right hash, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, Jerry Evans is doing a post, and that ball just went straight to the side.
Again,
And,
good coverage.
It's good coverage, but you know,
a great
Paul's, he's kind of beat up. I mean, he's taken a whooping tonight. I mean, every time he's dropped back, he's either had to throw it before he wants to, or he's getting hit.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's got a little bit of happy feet probably.
Something tells me he threw that a little earlier than he wanted to. Going to drop off a swing screen, and it's dropped, although it was a low pass, not the best effort. Amos couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do. That's how you stop that defense from blitzing you every time, is you kind of start dropping it off to your running backs.
Of course, a 34-0 lead might keep them from blitzing too. You know, just kind of play it safe all the way around with that big lead. There's Doug Stevens, the Rowlett head coach, not having a good night. Another punt, number 5 of the night, I believe, for the Eagles.
Yeah, it looks like his team's kind of just
playing it out at this point.
Yeah, they've kind of just ignoring him a little bit.
Brooks is deep. Line drive, gonna let it go. This is gonna be huge. Goes from the 28 of Rowlett to the 14 of Saxy. I'll get my computer mind going here. 58-yard punt there. That's pretty good stuff. By far the best of the night. 3:16 left in our third. Saxy will have a 1st and 10 at their 14. Now that is what you call flipping the field. Mustangs come out with their play from the sideline. Both teams headed to the playoffs, as are Wiley and Naaman Forest out of this district. They'll go Division II. Rowlett and Saxy will go Division I. But the loser of this game gets Allen, and it looks like Rowlett's going to have to open with the number 1 team in the state. Handoff, Saxy just getting that clock running, and they don't want anything to stop it at this point as Torrey Washington got to the 24. And boy, that's right at the first down marker. Yeah, they're going to move the chains. Yep, 10-yard gain.
And making stop for the Eagles.
Just simple handoffs for 7 to 10 yards all night long for the I'd love to see their average per carry, Bobby. This time, Rowe's going to be dropped for a loss. We haven't seen many of these, but we've seen actually, that was Torrey Washington. We've seen DeMondrick Wade, though, make a lot of plays, and there's another one for Rowlett.
Yeah, he's been all over the field. He just gets loose on the outside. He blitzes from that side.
Man, he has made a lot of tackles. And DeMondrick Wade is still playing hard.
Yeah, that offensive line, though, is just really doing a good job. I mean, they've been able to just move the pile play after play after play. Very
Average
few negatives.
Per gain is incredible. Rose is going to keep this one after the fake. Hits the sideline, and that's going to be a 1st down. We got a flag, though, toward the end of the play. I don't think it was contact. I think might have been it's going to be holding or illegal use of the hands against Saxy.
Yeah, the receiver grabbed the defensive back and held him.
Now the marker's at the 41, so they may give him a little yardage and take it back to the 31. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to start marking it from the 37, so 10 yards to the 27. It's going to be 2nd and about 7, 6. That's what a spot foul is there. You get a little yardage out of that. .211 left here, third quarter. 27-0 at the half. This was over early. Rose, they pick up the blitz from Wade on the outside, so Rose gets it off, caught by Dean. He steps out after the catch. That'll give him a first down at the 40. Trent Dean for 13.
Well, I thought he got loose there for a second.
Yeah, I think he stepped out over there.
That's a nice throw by Rose on the run.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy throw. Yeah, he got at least one in, maybe two.
Really close.
Dean's had a good night. Made a great acrobatic catch off his feet in the end zone for a touchdown. Going to sweep it left with some speed. KJ Williams, flag flies. This could be an illegal block. That might be why Williams went for good yardage.
Yeah, they're going to get him.
Holding.
Yeah, right there, but that defensive end took the inside route, so all the offensive guy had to do was just kind of get on him and ride him into the middle of the field.
Number 17, 10-yard penalty, still first.
Back to
the defensive
31.
end basically took himself out of the play, and you know, that wasn't a bad play by number 17. He makes the block. I think the referee just kind of sees something there and just threw a flag because it was very, you know, atypical of a penalty there.
Washington will stay in there. We're under 10 on the play clock. They have to hurry to get this off. They do. Washington gets it. Boy, he gets out there in a hurry. Into the secondary. Got a first down. He'll finally be tripped up, but not before he gets a quick 15. Boy, he's fast. Man, he really can turn it on. Looked like Lance Canyon on the tackle. Look at this on the sideline, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Might be Mustang meat. I don't know. Or
oh, that was an eagle.
Eagle meat.
Yes, it was an eagle.
Yeah. Wasn't a bad guess. I
Put
just
it
had
on
the
a
wrong team there.
On a rotisserie right there.
That's a good.
They're eating
that
them
was
for
good.
dinner.
I'd love to see more of that. That's pretty cool. A little demonstration down there. A little blaze underneath it would have been great. End around handoff.
Around the left side.
That is Cameron Cromer, one of the two Cromer brothers.
Finally got him the ball. You know, he's a playmaker. That might be the first time I've seen him carry the ball tonight.
Absolutely it is. They've thrown to his brother a couple of times. It's going to be 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard gain. Went out of bounds with 32 seconds left.
Ball on the Rowlett 35.
Rowlett just hadn't been able to get a good stop.
Shotgun snap. Washington is lit up early there.
Well, that's the first time we've seen Rowlett blitz, you know, and they've took all three of their linebackers and brought them through the gaps, and it paid off for them.
Well, you know, they're probably going to get a running play, so you can just kind of bring it up the middle. That's going to do it for the third quarter as the final second ticks off. We're going to go to the fourth. It's all Saxy in this race for the district championship. 34-0 over Rowlett on GRS TV. Scott Powell and Bobby George back with you. Big crowd is kind of quiet right now in a 34-0 Saxy lead.
Yeah, even when you're up 34-0, your crowd gets a little quiet.
You know, it's not surprising Saxy's going to win their third straight district championship. It's the fact they haven't lost a district game in 3 years, Bobby. As a pass over the middle caught by Daney. Rides a defender down to the 21 for a fresh set of downs, a gain of 14.
Well, that was a real nice slant pattern. He runs it, never looks back until right before the ball gets to him. Look at this. Boom. Then he raises his hand, makes a great grab. All hands. He doesn't use any of his shoulder pads, anything. Just uses all hands because there was a defender riding on top of him the whole way.
Rose doing a good job tonight. He is like the 4th quarterback of the year for Saxy. Yeah, they've used 3 others. Injuries have been a problem all year at that position, and Derek's kind of settled things down here late in the year.
Taken out of bounds inside.
Sweep left, and just short of the first down is Torrey Washington. Gain of 7.
He just outruns everybody to the outside.
Washington forced out of bounds by Lance King.
What do you have numbers on Rose tonight throwing? Because he was a 66% passer coming in his limited duty. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, 18 of 27 coming in. Handoff. This is going to go for 6. KJ Williams. Touchdown, Saxy. It's 40-0.
All he does is score touchdowns as well. 7 carries, 50 yards for him, and 2 touchdowns. Look at that blocking, though. I mean, big 79 takes on 2 guys.
Man, they've done well running the ball tonight.
6'3", 275 pounds. Larry Wynn leading the way there.
Franks for the PAT. Low but good. 11:17 left. It's now 41-0 Saxy, as you see their sideline there. Back in a moment on GRS TV. Saxy will kick off, 41-0 lead. This will mean that Rowlett will play at Allen in the bye district. We hope to bring you Saxy's home playoff game next week. They'll play either Plano or Plano East, depending on what happens in that district, 9-6A tonight. Worm burner kickoff, caught, as they'll run the reverse this time. But Saxy saw it coming and covers it well. And Rowlett will start at their own 25.
You know, Derek Rose, he's thrown the ball 12 times tonight, but he's 7 of 12. So he's good, almost 60%.
He was 66% coming in. So that means that he is 25 of 39 as the 4th quarterback for Saxy. 25 of 39. How many yards tonight?
86.
For 500 yards. 25, that's 20 yards of completion, Bobby, in his short term at quarterback. I'd say he's done a heck of a job. And he played quarterback his younger days in football. And I hear the team was calling for him to put Rose in there. He can do the job, and he has.
Yeah, he's so athletic. He can run it, and that's really where he's been good tonight. 12 rushing attempts for 109.
Rowlett gets a 5-yard delay of game out of the kickoff return, which is a little unusual.
So we just got his updated stats. He's 8 of 13, 61.5%, 105 yards and 1 touchdown, and then he's put 12 attempts on the ground for 109 yards. So he's got 105 passing, 109 rushing, and 3 touchdowns.
That's 214 and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Sweep left. Rowlett just running the ball here, down 41-0. I think they know the inevitable here is that is Charjay Hunt, the backup running back, who's now in the game, and he carries for the first time and gets 4 of the 5 lost on the first down. Penalty.
Looks like they got a new quarterback in as well.
Yeah.
Alex Root.
Yeah, Route. Who came in earlier when Tupal went out with an injury, but he came back on the next play. But it looks like they're going to go with the Route the rest of the way. He loves to run it as he keeps for a first down. His running stats weren't bad in a relief role coming in.
That's going to help them out a lot, is being able to sit back there, and when the pocket collapses, go ahead and take off and run.
Oh, he's not afraid. He takes off really quick, doesn't he?
Because right now the passing game has not been working for Rowlett. Tupaw's completed 5 of 16, 31% for 37 yards and an interception.
First down at the 39. Got out of bounds with 10:23 left. Route's got time. No rush here.
Pass from Route. Incomplete.
Little flagger out is incomplete. Wide of the intended receiver hole. Again, excellent Saxy coverage.
Yeah, and it looks like Saxy is
Mustangs, Matthew.
also putting in some guys that, you know, on that defensive front four that are different than the starters as well. You got new numbers out there.
Yeah, let me give you some numbers here. You got, I'll give you here in a moment. We can look them up. 95 is a starter, but you got some other reserves, like you said. Here's Hunt with a carry. You got number 97, 46 is in there. Here comes Forthman back in. 46, 94. Stafford's a starter, though. 46 is new. Who do we have for number 46?
White in on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Anthony Anionwu, 6'3", 225 junior is in there. Off the bench.
Yeah, so they're going to be moving some people in and out now.
3rd and 9, Rowlett. Route's going to run the option. He'll keep it. Now he's going to reverse his field, but he's going to be stopped for a little gain.
Yeah, you got to blow that whistle a little earlier, referee.
Probably would have been a late hit in the NFL.
Yeah, you got to blow that. Somebody get hurt. Everybody climbing up on each other's legs.
Devontae Gator with that tackle for Saxy. Another new kid in there. Rain has got to punt again. He's been busy tonight as the Rowlett punter. Down to the 9-minute mark by the time he gets this off.
Punt for Rowlett.
Yeah, why not get some new guys in there, get some good playing time. You're way up. They're not going to come back on you. And get ready for the playoffs.
Ralph Jean-Pierre is your punt returner. Love that name. He's going to return it here after the low kick. Pretty good return. Fights off one tackler, and Jean-Pierre out to the 40.
There comes a late flag.
14 yards.
Could be a face mask. Could be an illegal block.
Yeah, he was right there on it.
So it was behind the tackle area. Mike Drybread will tell us about it here in a moment. Yes, we like our bread dry. Hadn't seen Mike all year in any of my games in the Garland ISD. Well, he wants to talk to every one of his referee mates here. I think we got 2 separate flags probably, Bobby, from what they're doing here. Why he's talking to the other guys. I have a feeling there was another flag thrown. Now they're explaining it to the Saxy sideline.
Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long. I mean, he throws the flag.
But I think
right
there might have been another
was.
one. Procedure offense. Legal block. No Now they're going to talk again. I think we've got offsetting penalties from what we've seen so far from Drybread.
Well, if it was procedure on offense, then they should have blown the whistle immediately and had a re-kick.
Yes, good point.
You shouldn't be letting the play go. I mean, if you have movement, you have movement.
Yes.
This
that
referee
should kill the play.
Yeah, it
yes.
should kill the play. This referee group has had a tough time tonight. Now they've got to figure out what in the world happened. I guess I don't know what's going on down
now
there.
It's a tea party at the midfield. Before it was individual conversations. Now they're all talking together. I'm not sure they know what happened.
Well, they've missed some pretty serious calls tonight, in my opinion. They've
yeah,
had a
some
rough
blocks
night.
in the back that went uncalled earlier, as we proved here on GRS TV. Procedure offense. Legal use of the hands defense. Offsetting. All that to play it over. Here's a question I've always had, Bobby. If you're going to play a play over, then why not put the time back on the clock that lost on the play? If you're saying the play doesn't really count, then why not put the time back on the clock that ticked off?
Yeah.
Never understood that. They never do, because they're not supposed to. So here we go. It'll be another Rainier punt. The illegal use of the hands was on the punt return. You know, that was a post-possession play. So I would think Saxy should still get the ball if they wanted it.
Yeah,
see my
except
point?
it should have been a dead ball because of movement on the offense.
That's true, too. This one's going to bounce out of bounds on the far side. Yeah, it barely stays in, but it's down at the 27. I'm just glad we're moving on.
Yeah, and I think it netted about the same yards. I believe the return was out to the 30, and this is going to be out to about the 27.
So here comes Saxy looking to get the clock running. I have a feeling we may see some new folks. Yes, I see Caden Spivey in there at wide receiver, number 89, number 84. Looks like a new wide receiver for the Mustangs. That
Foreman there on the screen is the quarterback.
Yes, Xavier. He's played a lot at quarterback this year, the left-hander. He's gotten injured also, just like the rest of them at times. And that is, it looks like Miles Nash is still in there, which is a little surprising. Yeah, that's Miles Nash, number 4, for no gain. I don't understand that. They got lots of running backs.
Miles Nash, the ball carrier.
It's Marshall Frost, number 17, in there. Charles Washington. Got some reserve receivers in there right now.
Why not?
Nash is in there as a starting running back.
And get ready for
they've got
the playoffs here.
Plenty of running backs they can put in there.
All these guys have been standing on the sideline freezing all night. They're ready to get in and do some moving.
Second and 10, 8-12 and counting before this one's over. 41-0 Saxy. What a surprise score more than anything. Nash got big yardage. Still going all the way to the 46 of Rowlett.
There was a flag right when the play started. So we'll see if it's coming back or if it's going to be declined.
27 yards. Looks like it's on Rowlett.
Yeah,
offside.
Offside. So, yeah, Nash now, I'm telling you, he has had a big night.
From the get-go. I bet his average per carry is 7 or so.
10 for about 95 yards and
9.5 per carry.
9.5 per carry.
That's been the story of the game.
Derrick Rose was just 12 for 109.
That was the strength of this offense, and they have done what they've done all year, run the ball well and mixed in a few passes. Rowlett's weakness defensively, if they had one coming in, was rush defense, and it has showed at times tonight. They've given up 164 a game on the ground, 108 through the air coming into this one. First and 10. Nash again. I wonder why he's out there.
Yeah, you don't want him to get hurt.
You got a playoff game next week.
You got a bunch of guys you can be running.
If it's Plano East that Saxy gets and there's a decent chance, Red Barons has already said, I think I want to play that game here at Homer B. Johnson because they lost to Plano East at Williams Stadium. That's just kind of superstition, I guess. Red's got time to change his mind, but as of now, he has mentioned that he wants to play it here at Homer B. Johnson, which is not their true home field, but they're both Garland ISD stadiums.
7 yards to go for Saxy.
And he's having success here tonight, so why not?
Again, Miles Nash up the middle.
Nash for a short gain, and that'll bring up third down. They're just keeping the clock ticking.
Trayvon King and Jeremiah Franks.
Well, they've played a good game tonight. I mean, Saxy came into this game, and they were well prepared. It seems like the coaching knew exactly what they wanted to do. They came out and they ran to the right, they ran to the left, and then the quarterback would take off running with it. And Derrick Rose, and he ends up being a leading rusher. And Rowlett had no answer for that offense at all defensively. And then on the other side, they were really super strong on defense as well. Rowlett just seemed like they couldn't get any yards.
Nash is free. Nash may score. No, but he got all the way to the 2-yard line. Somebody had a good angle at him and kept him out of the end zone.
Well, I thought he was getting bottled up right there at the line of scrimmage. They had him. Boy,
yeah, he
just
cut around
some people.
Let's see who gets him. 21, Canyon. 23.
3-1.
3-1. That is Quentin Williams. Nope. That is Katiris Adams. Roll, no handoff. Near the goal line, but held
good
out.
Stop right there.
Yeah, good play.
Short of the goal line.
That's Nash again. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Or 2nd and goal.
Yeah, to Xavion Hines saves that one.
Look at the bright side, Bobby. A lot of the cars are getting out of here early tonight. We may have a little easier time getting out of this parking lot.
Spotted on the 3, 2nd and goal.
Although the student section, I don't think anybody's left on the Saxy sideline, and do you blame them? Things are a little thinner over here on the Rowlett side, down 41-0. Play clock at 1. They just barely got it off. Now that's working the play clock, and there's a Nash touchdown run. Make it 47-0 Saxy.
Miles Nash from 3 yards out.
Just a little more salt in the wound there.
Yeah, and it's not like they're throwing the ball.
Look at him. Look how they blew him off the line there.
You know, they're not throwing the ball. They're not doing anything fancy. They're just running it straight up the middle. And you got to credit that big offensive line tonight. I mean, they have played outstanding.
From the get-go.
I mean, there's not been any pressure on their quarterback throwing the ball. There's not been any. I mean, they're averaging 9 yards per attempt on running. I mean, every single play is going for 9 and 10 yards a play. That offensive line, total domination tonight.
Extra points good. Timeout, 4:13 left. Saxy's going to win this one up 48-0 over Rowlett here on GRS TV. A celebratory Saxy sideline up 48-0. Who would have guessed this coming in?
Well, listen to this. Total yards. Saxy has 490 total yards.
Oh, my goodness.
105 yards passing and 385 on the ground.
Oh, I would have never guessed they'd get that much yardage on the ground.
Can you guess what Rowlett has? Total yards.
100 yards.
74.
Oh, I missed it by 26. Good return here. We got a flag behind the play, though. Probably a legal block on the return. They got that illegal block. Probably going to wipe out most of this return here with 4:02 left. Rowlett is still being shut out. I promised you this earlier. Let's look here. Their lowest scoring games, they lost to Plano, I believe it was 24-7.
On the return.
Otherwise, they
number 10.
I mean, I
10-yard
don't know.
penalty.
they didn't come close to being
First down.
shut out otherwise.
I don't know when Rowlett's been shut out in many years.
Yeah. Well, nowadays, shutouts are rare anyway.
Well, this will be the talk of the town.
They've only got one loss all season.
Everybody will be at Whataburger talking this one up.
Which Whataburger, by the way?
Oh, man, these kids love Whataburger.
Where is
after
it? Which
football
one?
Games.
Which one? In Rowlett?
There's one in Rowlett for sure.
And here comes Rowlett with a 1st and 10 route at quarterback from the 25. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. We'll see how interested Rowlett is in getting on the board here. Route keeps it for a big gainer. Gets some blocking. He's a big kid. He's finally brought down to 41. That's a 16-yard gain and a 1st down.
That could be their longest yardage of the game.
75 coming in, right? 74 coming into that play. Man, these are just incredible numbers. The domination. Rowlett's not a bad football team. Rowlett's not a bad defense. Rowlett's not a bad offense.
It just looked like
until tonight, and it's been a team effort. I mean, they just haven't done well at anything tonight.
Yeah, it just
let's get some credit to Saxy, of course.
They looked tired, slow, and looked like they had given up pretty early in the game.
Let's give Saxy some credit. They took it to them.
You've got to really credit that defensive line
and the offensive
line. The meat of your team played really good tonight.
If games are won in the trenches, that's where they won it. They've made the running backs look like no sweat tonight. Another first down run. We'll stop the clock temporarily. Saxy is going to win their 7th in a row after an 0-3 start and a 3rd straight undefeated district championship. Rowlett's been 2nd all 3 years.
Making the tackle for the Mustangs, Dante Gator.
And this will be at least the 5th year in a row that Rowlett's finished 2nd in the district. And of course gone on to the playoffs where they've lost in the bi-district round several times. They're going to have to open with Allen next week. Route's pass high but caught. Nice reaching catch there.
Well, you know, you've got different guys playing on defense here that usually aren't in there all the time, so they're just kind of getting used to the speed of the game, because this pass right here was really dangerous and probably could have been picked off or, you know, slapped down or tackled immediately. But these guys are playing with a little bit more cushion.
Yeah, Jerry Evans, a starting receiver who's been quiet tonight. A lot of Eagles have been quiet tonight. Not to blame Jerry Evans by any means. New player there, number 22 for Rowlett. We've got an injured Eagle who was pounding his fists while laying on his stomach. This might be a serious injury from the. He looks like he's in pain, Bobby.
I think that's their center.
77, something 7. You got a number, 57?
I think it's 77, and I believe that's their center.
Well, we take a break. 1:46 left. 48-0 Saxy. Back in a moment on GRS TV. Oh, we've still got the injured, and here he comes. Big number 77 for Rowlett. At least he's trying to walk it off.
Yeah, it's Ilan Romero.
Getting better with every step.
Injured player for Rowlett, number 77.
Well, the way he was pounding the turf, Bobby, I was afraid this was a little more serious. He looks returnable next week. I bet they don't put him back in tonight.
These guys are as tough as dirt, though, man. You never know. He could be hurt. You don't know. They just go through it. They're programmed just to fight through injury.
3rd and 10 with 1:46 left.
Resuming play, 3rd down and 10 for Rowlett.
Probably 4 down territory inside midfield. Taking a lot of time. We're now under 10 on the play clock. Now we're under 3 on the play clock. And they just get it off. The main clock not running at the same time. Route scrambling, and it'll finally just go down for no gain. He ran a lot for no gain there.
Yeah, now it'll be 4th down.
Gator again on the tackle.
Dante Gator.
I'd say we go for this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm punting. For sure. Saxy will get it and take a knee.
Under a minute and counting. Looks like Rowlett's trying to bleed all they can of the clock here.
Yeah, they don't want to give it back to Saxy with any time.
They're going to have to get 10 yards, though, to keep this alive. Under 5. 3, 2, 1. How generous will the back judge be?
Oh, my goodness.
The back judge, he gave him an extra second or two, Bobby.
Yeah.
But he couldn't go forever.
You can't give him 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you can't get the play in. I mean, really.
Well, I don't think backup quarterback probably was not watching the play clock.
Well, I mean.
But the coach ought to be yelling at him to tell him to get the snap off. Yeah.
You can't give him the play with 4 seconds left and expect him to get the play play off before the clock goes off.
Yeah, they weren't ready till 4 seconds. You're right. Here we go on 4th and 15.
We know all he's going to do is either hand off or run. Just call the play.
18-second. Well, the clock is stopped. The play clock is under 5. Route. Going to go deep? No, he checks off and goes looked like he was going to go really deep, but nobody was down there, so he went fairly short, and it was incomplete. So Saxy is held and will take over. And I think we're down to 1 play here with 21 seconds. Good luck beating the traffic tonight, Bobby. The biggest challenge at Homer B. Johnson Stadium is getting out.
Well, good luck to the Rowlett Eagles next week as well.
We wish Saxy luck.
Allen and Saxy, we'll see who they're going to play.
Plano East or Plano, and it'll be a home game. It may be here at Homer B. Johnson, or it'll be at Williams, and we could have it here on GRS TV. Just check during the week, and we'll let you know.
And I believe Plano, they're a really strong team as well. I think the only loss they took was to Allen.
Plano also lost to McKinney, and that's why they've got that mess in that other district. Plano beat Plano East, but Plano East lost, I don't know, but all of them beat each other, the teams left. That's going to do it. Final seconds are ticking off, and we're at 8-7 as the teams start to shake hands at midfield. Bobby, you have any final thoughts?
Good luck in playoffs. And, a lot of these teams, they've got an extra game, so all these seniors and everybody will get to play again. So, have fun next week. 3rd straight undefeated district championship for Saxy as they finish 7-0 in the district, and they're now 7-3. Rowlett falls to 7-2 and 5-2 in district. They'll finish in a tie for 2nd place. For Bobby George, I'm Scott Powell. Reminder, our final score, Saxy 48, Rowlett nothing. Until next time, hopefully in the playoffs here on GRS TV. Thanks to the entire crew, and so long, everybody.